We are back again. If you're here on my channel for the first time, understand that I am going to show you real SEO techniques that nobody else shows you on YouTube. I mean, boy, I've been browsing YouTube and it's a little bit ridiculous how some people are posting videos about SEO and just know absolutely nothing about it. So if you're here, that means that you're already part of the Big Rig crew. We play with big rig trucks on this channel. We don't play with Tonka trucks, okay? We're not in the sandbox. Every other YouTube video on here in terms of, yeah, these little gurus that want to sell you backlinks, like, it's just a giant eye roll, okay? It's just a giant eye roll. And today, I'm going to show you some real stuff, but understand, slow this video down. This is going to be difficult to understand because it's hard to even make it simple, okay? You sort of build a little bit of a muscle, let's call it, for being able to do this, okay? And it takes a little bit of time. So if you're learning, understand it's going to take a little bit of time, which is why we start our quote of the day off with, "Nothing is so obvious that it's obvious." I mean, geez, this is quite literally the way that SEO feels today. Everyone's selling you backlinks. Everyone's selling you technical SEO audits. They're selling you all this stuff, and it just doesn't. It's like, yes, you need to make sure Google can see your website, but there's probably a whole bunch of other things that are stopping you. And yeah, so we're going to get into content strategies today. But before we do that, let's just check on our case study website because a lot of people have been asking about that. They want to know at the beginning of videos, they're like, show me your results. Totally fine. No other YouTubers are showing results. I'm happy to do it. So yeah, started this site in September. This is one that's live in public, cooldefinitions.com, almost 10,000 in traffic. I've done nothing to it as of late. You can also just go to the website and check it out if you want. You can steal the whole thing if you want. I'm happy to. Go for it. Give it a shot. I don't think you're going to be able to, and I'm going to show you why in today's video. But yeah, today is all about content strategy, okay? So here's some results. Maybe this is why you should listen and slow this video down, okay? All right, so the job of Google. Let's get into this. Now, I need you to first remove all of your people also ask concepts. Take that out of your brain. It's slowing you down and it is preventing you from achieving success. All of these answer the people also ask questions. Take that out of your mind for right now, okay? Get rid of that. Put it in a trash can or just just put it by the side, okay? Put it by the side for a little bit of time. Let me talk and just put it by the side. Do that, okay? So the job of Google is questions and answers. People put in questions to Google and they read the top of it and, Google answers it. Google's pretty smart about this. Featured snippets answer questions, don't they? So Google has been able to figure out how to identify information within articles for a long time. This is not something new, right? Think about that. Think about how a featured snippet works. You have a question, you put in a question, it literally gives you the answer. That's been around for a long time. Don't even worry about AI, okay? That's been around for a long time. So understand that Google's job is to get the answer to a user. That's what they're trying to do, okay? So if you're trying to rank, then you need to try to answer questions that have not been answered yet, period. Yes, you need to answer some basic ones too, but keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The number one thing is info gain. I talk about that a lot. Most of you people are probably going to have, early new websites. So don't go copying those, huge authority websites that don't need to do this stuff, that don't need to be competitive, okay? That's not who you need to look at. Look at the super low domain rating, the super competitive guys and gals because they are the ones to look at. So let's just understand a couple of key concepts here. One, find unmet search terms and lean into those. That doesn't mean that you need to pick 0 keyword volume terms, okay? Well, I'm going to show you that in a minute. You just need to answer more questions like topically, remember I told you, get rid of that people also ask stuff that you got in your mind. I told you to get rid of that, okay? You need to answer topics, not questions, okay? Remember, none of this like question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, like H2 stuff. Get rid of that. It doesn't work, okay? So answer unmet topics. Number 2, try to avoid those FAQ and people also ask stuff. If they're already there in Google, that means that stuff's already been answered. Think about that, okay? So stop doing that. It's already been answered. So then you're just keyword stuffing your article. Don't go to the people also ask panel and just answer some more. It's like, why? That's the skyscraper method. Doesn't work anymore. Number 3, create unique content, not unique writing. So do not look at the writing and say, my writing doesn't look similar to somebody else. I'm talking unique insights. So are you connecting the dots yet? Unmet topics, unique insights. Unmet topics, unique insights. Boom. Sounds like a recipe for ranking if I ever had to make one. All right. So we're going to look at some examples. But before we do, understand, Google is Q&A. Google thinks like you think, okay? So if you write your article like you're building a little brain. So your keyword strategy is key. Like you don't want to like go after the most competitive keywords in the world, because then you're just gonna it's not gonna work for you. Pick the ones that are ripe for the picking. Understand the topic. Understand the unanswered concepts in the topic. Okay, that's not people also ask. I told you, get rid of that stuff. And then you have your writing, and that's your content strategy workflow from a keyword by keyword level. Okay, so. Yes, some of you are gonna roast me, and that's totally fine. Maybe I'm doing a little bit of promo, but I'm not. I just want to show you some stuff that we're working on, and I think it's honestly it's the best example. I already gave you the examples of this website, like the one that's in public that I've done, but that's not enough. I know y'all want more, okay? So like y'all want more. So the writing that we are doing for some of the folks that have contacted us from this channel, I am going to show you right now. So it comes from this stuff, the editorial work. A lot of people have requested this. Thank you. It's been great. I look forward to helping your businesses grow. That's what I want to be able to do. That's why I started this channel, was because all these other SEO YouTubers out there are just like it's just wasting your time, okay? Now, no, you don't have to buy my services, because I'm telling you in this video what to do. So if you hire me, essentially you just get the expertise of me doing this for so long that you get to skip through making the mistakes. That's all you really get to do. But if you want to try it yourself, that's the point of this video. So remember, I'm not like just selling stuff like everybody else is on YouTube, okay? But let's look at this one that we've worked on. So home construction loan requirements. Okay, and what I want you to understand is we did some keyword research. This fits for the person that we're writing it about, like writing it for, basically fits for the ideal customer profile, or ICP, of the customer that we're trying to target. Okay, and what we noticed right away was, number 1, we use Google. So put the keyword into Google and actually read the articles on the front page. Get out of Ahrefs, SEMrush, whatever. Read the articles. That's tip number 1. Okay, and we actually read all of these articles, and what we found was essentially this question, home construction loan requirements, is not really being answered anywhere. We can see, like, we have some articles here. This top one is probably the best one. Just look at the titles, okay? Based on the titles, you can see, yes, there are some that are there, but none that are directly answering home construction loan requirements specifically. So that's an opportunity to come in and more directly answer the question right away, just from the top level title page, okay? Like just the title of the document itself. So if you think about like PageRank and the quality of a document, okay, I've got some videos on this. Be sure to go through all my videos, but the quality of your document, we already can tell that based on the search term and the quality of the document that we're gonna make, there's already a higher percentage match, which means that we don't have to be Rocket Mortgage or Bankrate or any of these super competitive like terms. We don't have to be them, because we could just compete with better content, right? Home construction loan requirements. So you could just like do a quick scan of the titles of the articles that are there. And then what I want you to do is just read a couple, okay? And what I want you to do is read, you don't have to like read in detail and like learn. I just want you to scan through this and identify what these articles are not talking about, okay? Unanswered concepts in the topic. Identify what they are not talking about. So use Control F. Try to understand what is it that somebody is writing about that you could fill the gap in and not write about, or sorry, and produce. So what you notice here is that at the top of the page, like it's more so designed for just construction loans, but there's no real like just by scanning this, I can see there's no real definition of what the actual requirements are. Do you see that? It's like it's not really answering the question. Like if I were a user coming to this page and I'm like, well, what are the requirements? I don't understand. Do you hear me? Do you hear that concept? I'm a user. I landed on this page. I don't understand what the actual requirements are. So my question, my Q&A, okay, my Q&A of Google, it's not working with this article, okay? So now let's take a look at the one that we wrote, home construction loan requirements. It answers the question so quickly at the top of the page. So let's just boost this up a little bit so we can see this, okay? Answers the question so quickly at the top of the page. Here are the home construction loan requirements. Boom. Here they are. Now, here are the home construction loan requirements based on the types of home loans that are available, USDA, FHA, that's hard to say, VA as well. These are the top three, and here are all of the requirements. Here's what you want to know, okay? Your FICO credit score that's required, your debt to income ratio. This answers the question. Are you telling me that this isn't going to rank when I actually read these articles and I'm like, this doesn't answer the question that I have as a consumer? And then you're going to tell me that this is not going to rank when it answers quite literally the question. It's not even really that big of an article. In fact, look at the word count. It's 1,400 words. I mean, it's not, for like a pretty big search term, this is like a very competitive search term. That's not like a ton, really. Okay? Let's look at another one again, just to go into this. And then I'm going to show you once again, my quick hack for uncovering topics that you could talk about. But you need to learn how to do this by hand first. You need to do that analysis by eye. I can do this very quickly because I've done this. That's the muscle. Keep in mind, this is for the big rigs. That's why you're building muscle. You're going to be that bulk pony, okay? You're going to be a bulk pony. But anyway, okay, so if you are building this muscle, it takes a little bit of time. So, okay, what kind of a lawyer do I need for identity theft? I'm helping a consumer protection attorney, great gentleman. And so we don't disclose any of the names of those people that have come through the YouTube channel. Again, appreciate y'all. It's cool to be able to work with y'all. But when we look at this, look at the titles, okay? We actually don't have any matching documents that are for this question. And this question does have search volume. It's just not showing up in Keyword Surfer's extension here. But do you see that? So that's an easy bullseye right there, okay? But even on top of that, like when there is articles that are like not extremely relevant showing up, you can still see Google does kind of like, dig into it a little bit, right? So we went into this article, we said, okay, let's look at this one. And then we found ways to improve the clarity of this article. Do you see? Because Google is identifying, basically answering that question that we're going after in a small portion of a big article that is just like not really relevant. Like all of this stuff is not necessary because the person's already got identity theft. Think about that. What kind of lawyer do I need for identity theft? They're already experiencing identity theft. Why do they need to be told what it is? Let's go through that again. They are already experiencing identity theft because they are searching this term. Why do they need to be told what it is? They just need to be told what kind of attorney that they need and why and how it's going to work and how to get help for what's going on in their life, okay? So our content strategy here was all about clarity. So let's look at the actual article. Let's boost this up. Clarity. What kind of lawyer do I need for identity theft? Okay. If you're a victim of identity theft, here's the correct type of attorney to search out. Here are the laws that protect you. Lots of external links to authority places, lots of information and insights within this article, lots of references. I mean, these are insights that ChatGPT, I'm sorry, is not bringing up. AI writing is not finding this stuff because AI writing is just going to rewrite this article that it's seen. Do you see that? It's just going to rewrite this stuff instead of finding new ways to actually bring new insights to the table. You're going to tell me that Google's not going to rank that? Why are they not going to rank that? Like that's going to work. So we answered the question very quickly. Here's what you need to here's the type of lawyer that you need. You have two options: criminal ID theft prosecutors and consumer identity theft attorneys. Pretty much the same. Those are your two options, right? Answering the question. Boom, content strategy right there. But do you see what I'm doing? Like, we're actually reading the articles for what is not there. Okay? Keyword, topic, what is not there, our opportunity to rank. That is SEO strategy and content strategy. You can go too far with this and just try to answer like everything and everything. No, think about the query and think about what that user's problems are and then align your writing to that. Don't just like write. You almost don't even need to write big articles anymore. You can almost just write short articles, honestly, and just be super specific. And no, that's not a long tail strategy. You can do that for like very big competitive terms, okay? So I told you that there's some tricks. Well, the trick is, for example, open up Ahrefs, and if you're looking up your core term that you're going after, remember I said this was like a pretty competitive term, you can see different keywords that are showing up in this panel. So I'll go through that again. Sorry. Go to your keyword, go to terms match, and then open all of these. And what I want you to look through are, see, it says VA, FHA. Find little keyword nuggets in your mind that match to unanswered concepts in the topic. So unanswered concepts, keywords that show up here, and the article. Analyze those three and you find your gaps. And those are not like your headlines or anything like that. I'm talking like those are the questions that you need to answer. And no. I'm not talking about just putting in like, more like question headlines. No, I'm talking about putting in more insights. Insights answer questions, not question headlines, okay? So you can see there's like all sorts of stuff that I could be talking about in this article. And we did. USDA, FHA, VA, those are the primaries, and we did talk about those, and we talked about all those requirements. So how the heck you're telling me this isn't gonna rank? Because this is what people are looking for. This is what we wrote, and this is what's not in there. Do you see that? Boom. That is your content strategy. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I'm happy to go over these even more as we go. And of course, yes, I'm going to sort of blast myself out there, I guess. You can just hire me and, my team to do this. Yes, we do this. Typically, we do this for a minimum of 3,000 for 50 articles. We don't use AI. No, we do all the content strategy, all that stuff. You can just, again, do what I'm showing you here. It's just that it's a lot of work, and a lot of people don't want to do the work, and I'm sorry, that's just the case. Okay, and we also do work with e-commerce brands who want to build up a brand. E-commerce, I think, is a great opportunity right now. If you're going to be building up a brand of any kind, start to finish, or even if you have one already and you really want to invest in organic search, seriously, you're going to need a $15,000 minimum investment, okay? Try to go to any agency, any real SEO agency. I mean, you're talking $100K minimum investment. I'm sorry, that's just the reality. And if you're not thinking like a chief marketing officer, thinking about, how your competitors have spent millions of dollars in this space and you want to spend zero, and that somehow that's going to like work, is that your competitors have spent millions and you're going to spend zero, and you're just setting yourself up for failure, okay? Like you need to understand this channel's competitive and understand that a lot of your competitors have put a lot of money into things and you know, the experts like myself, I'm going to call myself that. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm a pro, okay? I am a pro, and if you're here, you're going to be a pro too. But we have found the ways to expedite the process and shorten the gap, and that's where your cost savings can come in, okay? That's where your cost savings can come in, is just by shortening the gap. But anyway, here's the services that I offer. My email is on my profile. It's also right here. Feel free to email me. We're doing some great work, and that's cool. And I do feel like I'm kind of promoting my services. But remember, I just showed you in this video how to do exactly what it is that we do, how to steal the method 100%. It's just that it's not AI articles, and it's not all this other garbage that you're reading and listening to on YouTube. It's actually doing the work, digging in, doing the research, thinking with your brain, and finding new ways to make the interesting content and to make the internet great. Make the internet great again. Okay, I am out. And if you're here, you are one of the big rigs. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and do all those things. It really helps my channel a lot. And if you don't, that's fine too. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hugs and kisses. Goodbye.